Hey again, everybody. Looks like it's time for an update. At this point in time, I have the fender on this side made, and I'm making a pattern for it. Well, I've made the pattern, but I came across a little bit of an issue over here when I was making the flanges for this fender, or fender well, wheel tub, whatever you want to call it. And it looks like I had a little bit of an issue with it, basically in a little too far. So it's right here, and when it comes up, it actually goes in a little bit all the way to the front. So I had a little bit of twist to it. So because of that, I made it to where I can really fix it, or if it ever comes to this anyway. So I am now mounting the flanges just a little bit outward. No big deal. Taking them in tomorrow. Got all that straightened out. I'm gonna have it a straight line basically where it needs to be. Whenever it's all said and done, the measurement from here to here is exactly the same from this side and the other side, and that's where I'm going to start with my fender measurements. So in other words, once I cut the piece out, I can leave some excess over here because I really think this is going to be different no matter what I do here, and maybe even a little bit here. But right here, I'll make it exactly like the pattern. Right up in this area, I'll make it just like the pattern. And then I'll make the inner fender well like this, like the other side, so all that matches, because I know this here can be a little off, that can be a little off. Because from the factory, I've already taken some measurements, and from this corner right here where the intake, basically your side intake duct comes out, is almost a 1/2 inch difference from here to here and the other side. And no, it's not because this is too far back, because the measurement from here to here is exactly the same. So from the door to here is where the difference is at. So nothing is really accurate on these. And when I say not really accurate, I mean they suck to some degree. And this fender on this side is actually slightly forward, and I think the other side is slightly back, 1/4 inch on each side, which equals a 1/2 inch. So there's nothing you can really do about that. But when I fit the fender in here in this area, that's going to change from the other side. So because of that, I have to leave a little bit of excess here. May need to take more off, may need to take a little less, whatever. But either way, it'll look the same. That's all that really matters. If you walk around from one side to the other, you're not going to be able to tell the difference, honestly. So that's what really counts on these old cars. They really weren't that accurate. You got to figure 1970. They stamped these panels out. The panel dies that made all this stuff weren't exactly the same from left to right. You know, they did the best they can, but most of that stuff was made by hand and stuff. It was pretty crazy the way they used to do it back in the 70s. But when it's all said and done, it'll look fine. So once I get this fender done, I'm going to remake the other one, because this is my first fender ever. I don't like the way it turned out. I don't like the fact that I did it in 2 pieces. So reality is I'm going to go ahead and make the other fender on the other side, because I just want it to look better. I don't want to have any Bondo in it. I think I can do it without any body work whatsoever. So 100% metal, no body work. That's what I'm shooting for anyway. So once I get this side done, I'm gonna use the same pattern, remake another panel out of 1 piece, 1 sheet, and just remake the whole thing again. It was good practice, but that's what this is all about. So that's where I'm at. See you in the next video.